of the things that we are doing is to get the master plans for all the urban renewals, because part of the problem is that to think that urban renewal will be implemented only in the Department of Human Settlements because we build houses is actually wrong thinking. That urban renewal, like it was done in the city of Johannesburg, a lot of coordination was done by the city. You had a director of urban renewal in the city of Johannesburg. So you can't have urban renewal at Mfuleni and not have a program manager for urban renewal at the Mfuleni municipality. And also, if you are going to be expected to build roads, you do need officials from the Department of Roads and Transport to take over that responsibility, either at the budgeting level to transfer money to the municipality or as implementers through their own systems. And that is the redesign of the urban renewal program, that if you have a problem with clinics, you must have a chief director responsible for the program of building clinics, being part of the entire provincial department's committee to build clinics. So that is how it is being restructured. So when you have master plans, every department must take care of its responsibility, so that the legislature chairperson who deals with Department of Sports, Recreation, Arts and Culture will be able to ask a question to all the departments, whether all the sport fields under the urban renewal program at Everton Renewal have been built, and to what extent have they been completed, and what is the uptake by the community, and all of those important questions. That's the restructuring framework. And we also said part of the responsibility of COGTA through Section 154 must be to ensure that we can follow up on all the issues pertaining to service delivery with municipalities and not wait for the failure to happen. So it is our vision that we must ensure that all the commitments that are made by government can be followed up with implementation by multidisciplinary departments which are expected to do that. So if we have a problem of schools at all the places where we are implementing urban renewal, the person who's dealing with the education, basic education portfolio, who is an official, must be able to, one, inform the department, two, and which is why the champions are program managers, your chief directors, so that they can take a decision at an executive management meeting level and provide the necessary budget and then provide the necessary responses to the legislature should questions arise. So at the moment, I know that we are still waiting for the master plans to be finalized. It has not been an easy process. And then the master plans will inform the multi-year budgets that are required from various departments. And we hope that through the Treasury, we can be able to provide proper budgeting. So the provincial government has actually taken that view, and the MEC for the portfolio human settlements, event planning and COGTA has actually taken this commitment to the legislature. So it is correct that the community must then ask questions on the basis of the commitments that we made. At this moment, we must provide the report to the legislature. But going forward, we will have to act better on how we interact with the community on matters that they've raised with the legislature, so that we can provide proof. Because what we're doing now, it's a hit and miss. The committee calls us, we report when we're here. That report is not even written, but work has been done. So we will commit at least 6 weeks, because we must also take into account what other departments have done. If they have not done anything, we will say they have not done anything. If the master plans are not ready by that time, we will say they are not ready. but we will provide a preliminary report, as the chairperson says, in relation to where we are now. And on the commencement of all the urban renewals, we can then be tracked on our implementation. Thanks very much, Chairperson.
All right, thank you. Edmera, I know I just arrived. So you are saying 6 weeks from now to get a formal written report. That gives us the 8th of October. So on the 8th of October is when we're going to get a comprehensive report from yourselves. And that demo, you look at this 8th October. Okay. Okay. All right. I think we can move to the next petition. That means that obviously the petition remains open. That demo, be assured. When we've concluded the matter. So I think in that regard, both parties are in agreement. Can we move to the next petition?
Thanks, Chair. The next petition is lack of development, Mayorton. Chair must also indicate that petitioners are not here. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure as to whether do we have representatives from Midval who are going to respond to this petition. If I may check, do we have anyone from Midval? Do we have anyone from Midval? Chair, the indication is like we don't have anyone from Midval. Earlier on, we had an apology from the executive mayor of Midval because of other engagement. He indicated that he's got a mayoral committee, but I'm not quite sure as to whether the municipality has sent officials to come and respond. But I'll be guided by you in this case as to what would be a way forward in the absence of both petitioners and representatives from the municipality. Thanks, Chair.
Now, I think for this one, we can pack it. I will come back to it because of, obviously, unless there is some form of feedback that the department can give us for now, so that we can note it in our minutes. But I would propose that let's pack it for now. If we do get a representative in between the sessions, we'll come back.
No, thanks, Chair. The next one will be stormwater channel spooking. The respondents in this matter, it's Mfuleni. I'm not quite sure in terms of, is Ntate Mpho Kodisang here? Ntate Mpho Kodisang, who is the lead petitioner? Chair, I'll just briefly give the summary of the petition. The petitioner is Mr. Mpho, an adult male, submitting this petition on behalf of the residents of Sebokeng Extension 3, registration number PP10B/07/15LO, who indicates that is unsatisfied with the stormwater channel project awarded to No Limit Development Enterprise, TA Eagle Plumbers and Contractors by Mfuleni Local Municipality. He further alleges that the project is worth 21. Oh, pardon me, Chair. Pardon me, Chair. I have just encroached on the other committee. I've been reliably informed that this petition is being dealt with on the other side. So, for us now, we are done for today. We are not done. Page? No, my apology, Chair. We're not done. The last one. Oh, is this the last one? Oh, okay. Chair, I'm not quite sure because there are those that are for tomorrow, for page 7. Oh, all right. Oh, yeah. No, thanks. All right. Oh, all right. Exclusion from projects, Everton. Yeah. Mr. Christopher Mandla Mufokeng. Mr. Christopher Mandla Mufokeng. Okay, Chair, I'll give a summary and also allow the municipality to then respond because the municipality is here. It's exclusion from projects Everton PP 296/10/18LO. The petitioner is Mr. Christopher Mandla, an elderly male who resides at 1159 Sterling Road, Everton. 1984, submitting this petition on behalf of the aggrieved members of Liqua Economic Development Forum. The petitioner alleges that the ward councillor does not follow processes and procedure when implementing municipal and provincial projects. He further alleges that the ward councillor has deprived the committee from nominating the CLO and the project steering committee and only employs people close to him. He further alleges that the ward councillor does not introduce the appointed contractor to the community and interprets the contract himself. He further alleges that they have sought the intervention of Emfuleni local municipality to assist in their challenges to no avail. He further states that they've met the Speaker, Councillor Muipato Sokolibane, MMC for Infrastructure, Councillor Gundo, and Municipal Manager's Office and the Office of the Mayor. The petitioner alleges that the ward councillor uses police to arrest people who raises issues concerning the community. He further alleges that they have been denied access to meet the mayor by the general manager, Mr. Jabu Kumalo. Chair, the petition was referred to Mfuleni for consideration and response. As it stands, Chair, there is no report that was received from the municipality. Thanks, Chair.
Thank you. The municipality is here. I think we can start because the petitioner, Ntate Mufokeng, Okay. Okay, I think we can proceed with this one. You know that at some point, obviously, we will have to give report feedback. So let me start with the municipality on the current petition. I don't know who will respond. Okay.
Okay. Yes, no, Chair. Thank you, Chair. Chair, it's a pity that the petitioner is not here, because what was difficult actually with this petition in particular is that I don't think there was a reference of the councillor that was being mentioned, if I'm not mistaken, which then made it difficult because we might also be, talking about the councillor that is not there as well, possibly. But Chair, I think if we can get more details on the matter, we can be able to follow up, because there are existing processes within the municipality to deal with, issues that people might have if they are dissatisfied with the councillor. But I can give the manager in the Speaker's office maybe to just also say something on it.
Yeah, before you can switch off your mic, please. Yeah, the petitioner is here, and the Demofuge. Yeah, Rotoma process from the Rotoma Fasi, so that you can confirm that is indeed petitioner Lena. Then we can take it from there. Okay. And
excuse me, Chair. Sorry, Chair. I had asked to be excused, Chair. But there are people from Mfuleni, and they will be able actually to respond on this particular one. Thank you.
Yes, summary.
No, thanks, Chair. Chair, exclusion from projects Everton, registration number PP29C, /10/18LO. The petitioner is Mr. Christopher Mandla Mufokeng, submitting this petition on behalf of the Liquor Economic Development Forum, who alleges that the ward councillor does not follow processes and procedure when implementing municipal and provincial projects. Further alleges that the ward councillor has deprived the committee from nominating the community liaison officer and the project steering committee and employs people close to him, that the ward councillor does not introduce the appointed contractor to the community and interprets the contract himself, that they have sought the intervention of Mfuleni to assist in their challenges, that they met with the Speaker, Councillor Muipato Tsukolibane, MMMC Infrastructure, Councillor Gundo, and Municipal Manager's Office and the Office of the Mayor. The petitioner alleges that the ward councillor uses police to arrest people who raises issues concerning the community, that they have been denied access to meet the mayor by the general manager, Mr. Jabu Kumalo. Chair, the petition has been referred to Mfuleni for consideration and responses. We are currently awaiting a progress report. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Ntate Christopher Mandla Mufokeng. Firstly, until we go back to confirm, for the petition, if there's anything additional information you can refer on, and then before to a response from the municipality.
Yeah, I confirm, sir. Thanks. As we have asked for more information, if it's needed, I can present some. Yeah, because in terms of public participation, engaging with the community, we have a serious problem for our council. Some of the members of the community were even arrested, in a sense that the councillor, when the projects supposed to be implemented as question of public participation in a meeting where he introduced the contractor. So it becomes a problem when in a way that there must be the steering committee to be appointed. So there are no steering committees. Then we have a challenge regarding how will this project be implemented where there is no steering committee. How will you appoint a CLO without a steering committee? Because people, community must participate on that. So regarding that, the people get angered. And some community members went on the rampage, destroying the site. So out of that thing, it happened that way. They vandalized the site, they burned the sites, but it was a fence with nets. So instead of dealing with the matter, what did the councillor did with his ward committee members? They went to make a claim to the police that some of us as leaders, because we as members of the business forum were in a way that we are dealing with the community that they must not vandalize the property, because we need the councillor and the ward committee who is responsible for the project to account why there is no steering committee, why the CLO is appointed somewhere. Then when he get there, he tell the police that we have vandalized the site, we have stolen the fence. So during the night, I was one of the people who was arrested, unlawful, in such a way that the same councillor and his friend, they took the property that was the fence, and hide it somewhere. So later the police came to my house. I was arrested in such a way that 2 days after I was in jail, my wife gave birth while I was in jail. So it became that when for me to get out, I must contact my family so that they must get me out. So I'm talking about this experience because if a project comes, then there is no lawful ways in terms of upholding the law. It becomes a problem. Then you find out the councillor now is using his own thinking that these people who are approaching me in a sense that I must account. So I must unlawfully make them to be arrested, meaning that he's using other state institutions for him to achieve his goal. So after 2 days, I was released from prison, but my lawyer advises me and my younger brother that I'm talking about this case because it was a painful thing. Because when I was arrested, I was assaulted, I was pepper sprayed, my doors of the house were kicked left and right. I was handcuffed to the police station. 2 days after, my wife gave birth to a child within the house, not at the hospital because I was not there. Then we made a plea that with the lawyer that this is an unlawful arrest. So if it's an unlawful arrest, how are we going to do?
Okay, Ntate Mofokeng, no Ralebo, I think any rinyaka kia petition, mara any other information Ralebo kushaure ntos tselewe tsamailing e boima byang. O tla re tshwarela mo. E re fe masepala tšhono e bolele hore e responda byang mo petitioneng ya gago.
Thanks, Chair. Chair, ke tlo kopa ho botsa fellow councillor o ke councillor mang, so that we should refer the councillor to the ethics committee and also check hore o ntse le teng, because ke bona ona le Mr. Gundo mo ke na le yene half ntse ke thusa or less than that, but akso ha ona ntate jwalo mo. So but it's a serious matter. It's quite interesting, Chair, hore the previous petitioner we say ha ona next e tsalang everton. Rena le petitioner una le di projects tse tsalang everton. But it's how the projects are allocated. Le hore ke project e feng Ntate Mofokeng e re buang ka yona?
No, ka responda ntate. Lebitso la councillor
Leina la councillor ke Ward 19. Councillor rona ke Elias Ndade Mokwena. Project ne ile yani ya stormwater le tsela. Thanks.
Okay.
No, I think councillor. Yes. We are aware of the councillor, Chair. We will make a follow-up and he has to be reported to the ethics committee. We have the number at Ntate Mofokeng as 073-375-5068 in Zelitsona. We will update Ntate Mofokeng ka tsona, Chair. Thanks, Chair.
Because the speaker, sorry about that, Chair. I remember in Ntate Mofokeng, because this case was being dealt with by the speaker, at some point the speaker met with the community members and the councillor as well, if I'm not mistaken. So all that we need to do is just to follow up with ethics, check what was the verdict of the whole matter concerning the councillor. Yes, thank you, Chair.
Just for additional information, was this a municipal project or was it a provincial government project?
Chair, the stormwater is provincial and the roads as well. It's a chining laying mabitleng Ntate Mofokeng. It's a fe. Ya ke ne di entswe ke MEC Mamabolo di letsa etswa tsa batsa fela Chair. Thank you.
Okay, no, I think okay, I
Di
think
kenya le stormwater
Yeah.
they were done. Chair, thank you.
I think one must applaud if there's roads that are built and concluded, it's good, as long as service delivery is taking place. This issue also will need the chief whip of the municipality because the conduct of a councillor in this form is worrying. We don't know. Obviously, it would be good if the councillor was here to explain their side, but from our side, we will then take it up. What is the next step in this regard when you're dealing with the councillor?
Of the municipality. I'm not sure whether you have got that structure.
Yes, we do have, Chair.
Yeah. So it would just be a question of making a follow-up format. And then when we have a report, or maybe you can even invite the participation of Gauteng just to get a heads up around how you are handling the process. Unfortunately, he might not necessarily be involved in the processes itself, unless if he is called upon as a witness, because the committee exists solely, on the account of the framework that regulates it. But in that, the Mufukeng can be called in to give evidence or act as a witness before the committee, and then a reporter would then have to be generated, because it's a matter that borders on a breach of ethical conduct for public representative. And then the other issues that you mentioned, well, I caught snippets of them. Unlawful arrest, it's a private arrangement. They fall within our scope of work, province, local, government. Unlawful arrest, you would have to find a lawyer. And then there would cause for litigation against the Minister of Police. And that is how, you can resolve them. Yeah.
Okay. I think just we Kuala, the municipality, you'll need to give us a report, written report. How soon can you give us a report on this matter?
7 days will do, Chair. The 27th can be the deadline to give a report.
Okay. All right, thank you. Are you happy with the man and the way to
not 100%, but if I'm mistaken, can I be corrected? Because within the same project, we had a victim, a 7-year-old child who died through the same contract. You see, in a sense that as the contractor and the ward councillor, since they didn't apply that rule of law, in a sense of appointing a CLO, being a steering committee, so the community, as it was engaging with the contractor and the councillor, that he must work according to the law. In the meantime, they didn't do that. What happened is that they forced the contractor to be implemented. Then we had a victim, a 7-year-old child died on the road, within the same road, you see. So it becomes a problem that when the projects are coming in the way, the communities end up being victims where they were supposed to benefit as part of development. So that's another matter I want to raise in terms of
following through that process, you would then be requested, if the Ethicals Committee deems it fit, that you appear before them, to come and lay bare all of these issues. So all the complaints, you will then register with them. You see, Rona will just formalize and say, please look into this issue, investigate. But the second way of, I'll tell you, and it's the most quickest way. So if you are of the view that the communities are aggrieved about this concern, well, there's an impending process of a local government elections where communities are empowered to choose a councillor of their own liking. You see, because what we are just cautious of is that as you express your frustrations about this council, that would still also need to be tested against what the popular view is in the community, you know. But it doesn't mean you can't raise your own concerns about how this councillor behaves. You can still do that, and that investigation must ensue. But I'm suggesting that actively, you also organize yourselves in that community, you know, and there are various political, entities which you can organize around, so that you then have got a councillor of your own liking who will behave in the manner and style which you think would be much more responsible. Fortunately, we are just at the tail end of the term of office of all councillors, you know. So if indeed he behaves erratically, surely the community must be able to remove him and replace him with somebody that is much more dignified and respectful. So maybe let's leave it at that. Okay. I think you will sometime soon, I agree you are saying 7 days. You might possibly get just an indication of how the process would be run. And then at some point, you might even be called to appear before that committee. So maybe let's step off that one. Was it the last one? Oh, okay. So it seems as if we are done for the day. True to form, we've managed that time. Thank you very much, Member Chilwane, Member Chavalala, our colleagues, the petitioners, the municipality, the different departments who are here, including the officials. We really would want to appreciate your time and effort. Well, ordinarily they would say, don't thank the fisher for swimming. But we want to thank you, for swimming in a straight and narrow way, because at least you will have assisted us to go through this process. We really appreciate everything. And the Matsabo, you must thank the on our behalf. We truly appreciate. We are reconvening, I think, tomorrow, but I know there's going to be, okay, yeah, we're reconvening tomorrow with the other group of petitions, isn't it? I think they've already been notified, including the offices which are required to be present for tomorrow, because there's another bunch of petitions that we'll be dealing with. Other than that, the members and colleagues are going to have a debriefing at 4. So maybe let's take lunch. Thank you very much. Oh, and our crew, our communications crew, we thank you very much. Sure, thanks.